Hello, I'm back with another review from my belt collection. Today, as you can see, we're going to take a look at the World Championship Wrestling Cruiserweight title, just to give you all a closer look at it. This is a replica of the WCW Cruiserweight title belt I got a few months ago off of eBay. The belt is it was in used condition when I bought it, not brand new, but it's in fairly good condition. As a closer look, we'll see. You can tell this, appears to be in fairly decent condition for a used belt. And let's just kind of get into some of the details and intricacies about it. First off, this belt has always been one of my favorite of the WCW belts. I've always been fond of the design of it. As you can see, the main plate, of course, has the WCW logo, World Wrestling Champion, of course, the blue globe in the middle of Cruiserweight. So, pretty good quality, of course. It's a real adult size replica, so it's metal. And even though it's an adult size replica, for some reason, this belt is, I guess, smaller than all of the other adult replica WCW belts that I've seen before. But then when I thought about it, I guess it makes sense it would be small, since the Cruiserweight division was the division in WCW that featured more of the smaller, high flying Cruiserweight style wrestlers. I've always liked the side plates of this. One of some of the best side plates of any wrestling belt I've seen. It has the WCW logo, and it has, I believe, two wrestlers grappling. The closer look, we'll see. And I've always been finding the design of this stuff was just very well done, very neat looking. And the belt's pretty simple. It's simple yet appealing. This is kind of, when I look at it, it is kind of similar to the WCW or WWE Cruiserweight belt, which of course WWE started their Cruiserweight division after the purchase of WCW in 2001. But I've always preferred the WCW belt to the WWE belt, so I just always love this version much better. As far as some of the history behind this belt, I've always personally have been fond of the Cruiserweight belt for the simple reason that many of the best matches in WCW history are fought over this belt. And when you look back at just some of the wrestlers who fought and held this belt, it's a who's who of some of the best wrestlers of all time. Chris Jericho, Rey Mysterio Jr., Eddie Guerrero, Dean Malenko, Ultimo Dragon, just all of them excellent in-ring performers, excellent mat technicians, and just some of the best, workers, in my opinion, to grace a wrestling ring in the last 15 years. Many legendary battles that those men fought over the title. And as far as this belt goes, I found this on eBay. I found it at a pretty decent price. It was used. It was about a little over 100. I believe it was less than 150. I definitely think it was. And to find a used belt in this type of quality, which I would say is fairly good quality, is definitely a good steal from an online auction site. WWE doesn't offer this belt, of course, online, but I know that WrestlingSuperstore.com, they do, and other websites that sell the replica belts. It's a very good title, and it's one thing that I probably will get done. As you can see, the strap, being that it's a replica belt, and this was actually another thing I forgot to mention. This belt is actually a WCW replica of the belt. This isn't the WWE produced version. On the back of the I guess, as you can see, we'll turn around and look. Well, it may be too small for you to see, but it actually has copyright, I think, 1999 WCW. And if it was a WWE belt, it would have a WWE logo, sticker logo, as the others do. And also, I believe it would have the license by World Wrestling Entertainment instead of WCW. So I believe this was a version that was made in 1999 by WCW when they started making the replica belts back then. What what was I gonna say? I lost my track of thought about the talking about the pricing of the belt, eBay. Oh yeah, the strap. Yes, as you can see, the strap is, of course, you can see it's a replica strap. It's simulated leather, and I guess the quality of the belts back then have gotten much better as far as the leather strap goes. But as you can see, it's kind of the crease, which is, you know, really just from the wear and tear of wearing the belt. So I usually like to, when I display this belt in my room, I usually kind of like to have it, you know, the straps kind of folded like this. It looks, you know, a lot better to me like that. And I probably will at some point get the strap re-leathered. I've looked into some re-leathering services. Probably when I may get in a different color strap as well aside from black, but not a pressing concern, and the belt does what it needs to do right now for me. It's just a good, you know, thing to have in my collection. One of my favorite, you know, belts as far as the competition for it and some of the matches fought over it and who held it. One of my favorite titles of all time, and definitely probably my top favorite WCW belt aside from the World Championship. Like I said, a great belt for the price I got it at. I think it's very good quality. So you can, you know, see very shiny, very great qualities. You can see very few, you know, dents on it, not a lot of damage, and I think I got a pretty, you know, it was a pretty good price for what I got. Good quality for the price I paid. Don't have much else to say about this, but like I said, I hope you've enjoyed this video, and I also hope you enjoyed the one I did on the EC Replica belt. And if you have not seen that one, I definitely encourage you to check that video out as well. And like I said, this is just, you know, a continuing part in my series on my belts. I will hope to, as I save more money, as I get more money, I guess, I hope to you know, collect more belts and feature these belts in some other videos of mine. Belt collecting is it's an expensive hobby by all means, of course. So I'm not a millionaire yet, so I'm not gonna have a full collection of about 20 or 30 belts, but the belts I do have, I'm definitely gonna share with you all and just share, you know, some of the history behind them and just some, you know, details about them. And I hope you all enjoy these little, you know, belt reviews of mine. Well, that's all I have to say, and stay tuned, and stay tuned for future videos about my belts and other wrestling related news. This is Jerron Dove signing off. Talk to you later.